Johnny Rock Show, Rockin' 101, the Rock Station.
912, the Johnny Rock Show. A very Terry Christmas. Through the 24th at the Strat in Vegas, then one man, 100 voices, 1,000 laughs at the Strat in Vegas for the rest of the year. Also, hitting the road, Terry Fator on the road again. The tour kicks off in Florida on December 27th. For tour dates and tickets, visit terryfator.com. Terry, you are the first ventriloquist I've ever had on the radio. How about that?
Yeah, well, I'm honored. I'm honored to be the first ventriloquist on your radio show.
Well, I was explaining earlier, there's a reason for that. It's because it's sort of a visual medium. I mean, hey, I'm not moving my lips right now. Really? Prove it. Well, so do you find it odd to be on the radio doing what you do?
Not at all, because, a lot of people, they focus on the fact that your lips don't move or that you have a puppet. But if you think, Edgar Bergen, the Charlie McCarthy show, was on the radio more than 20 years, and it's more about character creation than it is about the technical aspects of the fact that my lips aren't moving. So if I was here and I'm sitting here talking, okay, I'll give you an example. So here we're talking to Johnny Rock.
Who's Johnny Rock?
Oh, that's this guy on the radio.
Oh, okay.
This is Winston the impersonating turtle.
Hi, Johnny. Nice to meet you.
Ah, yes.
This is the turtle talking to you. You see what's happening, though? I create a character, and your brain fills in that character. And so here I'm sitting here by myself, but yet I'm here with Winston the impersonating turtle. So, I have tons of characters. So even being on the radio, we could have conversations with all of my different characters. So it's really more about character creation than it is the technical aspects. So to me, it doesn't feel odd at all to be on the radio. And by the way, when Winston was talking, my lips were not moving.
Oh, okay. I believe you. Terry Fator is our guest. On the road again, tour kicking off December 27th in Florida. For tour dates and tickets, visit terryfator.com. And, of course, a very Terry Christmas through Christmas Eve. And then one man, 100 voices, 1,000 laughs at the Strat in Vegas for the rest of the year. You brought up Edgar Bergen, and for a while, it seemed like ventriloquism was sort of a lost art. I'm of a certain age. I remember there were all these ventriloquists in the 60s and 70s, and then people like you sort of brought it back. Do you find that?
I do, and it's not that it was a lost art. It was that I think people just kind of got a little tired of it. There was such a glut of ventriloquists that came out at the time, and they were all over the airwaves. Of course, Edgar Bergen was the king, and then you had Paul Winchell and Jimmy Nelson and Sherry Lewis, who are amazing. But I think the market got a little oversaturated, and then people sort of lost interest. Like, yeah, we're done with that, or maybe the kids grew up and they weren't as fascinated by that, and then people just kind of lost interest. However, during that time, there were phenomenal ventriloquists that were performing all over the country. They just weren't getting a lot of national airtime. And so I think with the rise of people like myself, of course, with America's Got Talent, with Jeff Dunham doing his Comedy Central and all of the different things where he's done, so much amazing things in social media and his specials, and then Darcy Lynn Farmer winning a few years ago as well. I really think we have brought a resurgence and interest. And I know that the Ventriloquist Convention in Cincinnati, their attendance has exploded since we all came on the scene. So I love to hear that we're helping revive the interest. It's not the art that ever was lost. It was the interest that was lost. And so we've revived the interest in that lost art and craft.
And they tell me you do great impersonations. Do you have a favorite? Could you do one?
Well, my favorite is absolutely "At last, my love has come along." That was Winston.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, he's good. And so also, hey, can you do Winston? Would you do Elvis?
Oh, of course. Okay, John. This is it.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you.
Yeah, that's the best I can do this early in the morning.
Wow.
Okay. So So there you go. So we just went from a female Etta James to Elvis Presley, and that's really what the show is. It goes from the range is just unbelievable of male, female, high. I do Michael Jackson. I do Andrea Bocelli. I'm just all these different. I do Justin Bieber. It's just all these different impressions that we do, and it's all going to be in the shows that I'm performing all over the country and at the Strat and during the Christmas show. That's really what I do: comedy, impressions, ventriloquism, and the show's very funny. You'll leave with a light heart, and that's what it's all about to me.
I've been told I do a good Al Pacino impersonation. You want to hear it?
I would love to hear it.
Okay. Here you go. Hoo-ah! What do you think of that? Yes.
I knew it. I knew that's what you were going to say.
Yeah,
that was fantastic.
Yes, well, it should be because it's really Al. Hoo-ah! All right, hoo-ha. Hey, what are you doing for Christmas Day, can we ask?
Yes, my wife and I are going to be flying from Las Vegas on Christmas Day to Disney World in Florida. I've got some shows down there in the Keys and over there close to the Villages. And so my wife and I are going to spend Christmas evening and the day after Christmas at Disney World. So very excited about that. I love it.
Wow. Well, listen, this was a treat. Terry Fator on the road again. The tour kicks off December 27th in Florida. For tickets and VIP and all that, terryfator.com. And a very Terry Christmas at the Strat through Christmas Eve. And then, of course, the one man, 100 voices, 1,000 laughs at the Strat in Vegas for the rest of the year. Well, have a great Christmas and come back soon, okay?
Thank you. We certainly will. It's great talking to you, Johnny.
You too. Hoo-ha.
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 The Johnny Rock Show. Rockin' 101. The Rock.